It's your boy Chris, aka Richie Rich. I make a whole gumbo pot of shit on this channel: wellness and spirituality content, fashion content, and blogs. So if any of that interests you, be sure to give this video a like, comment down below, and of course, be sure to subscribe. Now, the title of this video is gonna be something along the lines of "Stop saying I want to and start saying I am." And with that, I'm going to give a few personal testimonies of things I manifested from script writing and, just talking about stuff in the present tense as if I already have it and how it's become my reality. And one of those things actually kind of came into fruition today. So I'm very excited to share that with y'all. But the reason I'm making this video is because oftentimes, especially more so within younger people, but then you also hear it with older people too. You hear a lot of people say, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. But your brain cannot actually act on just want. You have to start saying, I am going to do this, I am going to do that. And I feel like in the moment, it might feel a little dystopian because you're not actually seeing what you're saying you are going to do happening right now in this current reality. But this is the thing. Your conscious and subconscious brain is a very, very powerful tool. And when you start consciously telling yourself, I am going to do stuff, that starts imprinting on your subconscious. And a lot of people sometimes, especially in a lot of religions and stuff, I think that we have started to outsource our power. We don't realize the amount of immense power we truly possess. So the way I look at it is when I got baptized and I invited God, or I invited the Holy Spirit into my heart, then a piece of him is also within me. And if I'm made in his image and he's the ultimate creator, then I have creating power as well. So I wanted to just kind of like give people the push to stop saying you want to do stuff and start saying you are going to do stuff. And then with that, start embodying, start putting inspired action behind the beliefs that you have. Because see, with manifestation, 50% of it is faith and believing and feeling. Actually, I think there's a book called The Secret is Feeling by, I want to say, Neville Goddard. Oh, I hope that's the right author of that book. But that's a very good read for anybody who wants to understand how feeling and just telling yourself things over and over again, saying, I am going to do this, I am going to achieve this, how that really works together to create your reality. But another part of that is also the action that you put behind it. So like, I know a lot of people, right? Even some of my own friends, they see me, even though I'm not like a huge, I ain't gonna say I'm not a huge YouTuber, because can't nothing tell me I don't have 1 million subscribers yet. I'm already operating as that version of me who already has it. But I hear a lot of people be like, I want to get into content creation, or I want to get into this, or I want to travel the world. But for whatever reason, limiting beliefs and fear oftentimes stops them. But I'm here to tell you, if you believe it, if you say, I am going to do it, and then you're putting inspired action behind it, well, reality in the 3D, what we're seeing right here in front of our face, has no choice but to catch up. So I'm going to leave that there. I'll link below a few resources that I have that really can help to explain the psychology and the science behind that better than I can. But I just want to give y'all a few personal examples of things that I've manifested in my life from saying, I am going to do this, right? So when I was 22, well, at the tail end of me being 22, so in February, right? My birthday is April 1st. Fun fact, I'm an Aries with a Gemini rising. But I was saying to myself, I am going to Dubai. Now, whatever happened across the world, and I ended up not, just for safety reasons. That was the reason why. But if it didn't, I'm sure that I would have gone. But I was saying that so I switched it from Dubai to Jamaica. I said, I'm going to Jamaica, and then 2 weeks later, I'm going to go to New York City. So for my birthday month, I'm going to just be traveling. Now, at that time, for one, I don't have a job or a regular clock-in job. So I was like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And with me telling myself that every day, and with me script writing that every day, saying, I am going to Jamaica for my 23rd birthday. I'm going to wake up in Jamaica on my 23rd birthday. And then 2 weeks later, I'm going to come back home. I'm going to grind it out again. And then 2 weeks later, I'm going to New York City. Over time, my brain just started giving me the plan. I'm like, okay, you don't have a clock-in job. outside, but you do have a car. And DoorDash is a very real app. I know a lot of times people kind of knock the little gig gaps and stuff like that, but if you treat it like a job, you can for sure make you some coins. So before I know it, I'm waking up in Jamaica on my 23rd birthday. Come home, I ain't got no money I'm back down to zero. You feel me? I'm like, I'm going to Jamaica and I'm going to New York in 2 weeks. Once again, got back to it, DoorDashing, putting in the inspired action. So not just keeping that idea in belief state, because yes, belief and feeling is a big part of it as well, but you also have to put in inspired action. Just like with anything, you can't say that, oh, I am going to be a content creator, and then you never make videos. You feel me? You have to start embodying, you have to start living as the person who already has it. And the person that is already a content creator or a person who is a mega influencer, what do they do every day? They wake up, they plan their videos out, they do their videos, they edit their videos, they do their thumbnails, they put inspired action behind it every day to make it their reality. So somewhere in my house, I'm going to have to try and find it, because I remember that stuff that I was script writing when I was saying, like, I am going to do the stuff for my 23rd birthday or those travels around that time. I did it like on loose leaf paper, but here goes another one, right? This is the example of today. So I have been script writing for the last few weeks saying that I'm going to travel the world, and I travel with ease, and it's no problem for me to travel. Money is not a problem. I travel with ease. Whenever I feel like picking up and going, I go. So let me read. I have a whole page of me just saying, travel expects me, I travel with ease. Travel expects me, I travel with ease, right? So I used to work at the airport. Fun fact, I was working at the airport for American Airlines in Dallas. That didn't work out, whatever. But in more recent times, I was like, that would be a good gig to have again, because I wouldn't have to worry about paying for flights, and I would be able to travel as I please, on my off days, or I can put up shifts, whatever, and make it work out to where I can spend, more than just a few days wherever I want to go, right? So I put in an application. I let it do what it do, and I just kind of forgot about it. But I still been having the mindset of, I travel with these, travel expects me. I travel with these, travel expects me. Now, this is the thing. We don't know how our manifestations exactly are going to look. Traveling with ease could have came from me making a lot of money and just being able to just have the money to throw. But it can also look like this. Look at that email right there. Yeah. So tomorrow, I am pretty much going for, and usually with airports and stuff like that, when you go for the interview, as long as you can pass your drug test, you got the job. I haven't been smoking no gas. I haven't been taking no edibles or nothing like that. So I know I'm passing it with ease. And there's a personal testimony right there. So I'm going to leave this video right here. Of course, I'll leave some resources down below to help you understand the science and psychology behind being able to create your own reality. But before I go, I just want to leave you off with this. Stop saying that you want to do stuff and start saying that I am going to do stuff, and recognize the personal power you hold.